eyeVocab is a unique system for vocabulary acquisition. Its power comes from a special use of memorable images. The learning environment is also made more effective by the lack of any distraction on screen, producing a state of high concentration. As you will see, navigation is easy and intuitive. For each word, there are 3 screens. The first is the image alone, with no text. To go to the next screen, I key Enter.
Dies, diei.
This screen is the image paired with the Latin text, which also plays the sound for these words. eyeVocab's images are so powerful precisely because they do not depict the words they are associated with, but rather evoke them. This image is thus not used for the words mountain climbing, but rather for the word day. To go to the next screen, I key Enter again. This screen shows me the English for the words I'm learning. These images are powerful memory tools because they are unexpected, provocative, funny, or imply a narrative connection to the words. This means they elicit an emotional or internal response from the learner, which allows you to learn the words faster and remember them better. To go to the next word, I key Enter again. When you are working in eyeVocab, we recommend you make your study conditions as conducive as possible to high concentration. Make sure you are in a quiet environment, and possibly even darken the room you're in, so you can concentrate better on the screen. And we highly recommend that you wear earphones at all times while using the program. This is the image for the word almost. Now, if I don't know this word yet, I can advance to the next screen with the Latin text.
Paine.
And then I can simply type what I see. Note that you can repeat the program's sound by pressing the Tab key at any time.
Paine.
It is very important that you pronounce the word after hearing the program speak it, and even repeat it again.
Paine.
Paine. And you should also pronounce the syllables as you type them, focusing on long vowels. Paine. eyeVocab uses crystal clear, phonetically emphasized pronunciation, which helps learners work easily toward near-native pronunciation. Research with eyeVocab has revealed that repeating the sound and voicing the words out loud allows students to memorize what we call an inner dictation. That is, the voice of the program becomes a voice in your head, which you can hear when you try to remember a word. This inner dictation is an incredibly strong form of memory, which is quick to retrieve and very lasting. This is why it is crucial for you to play the sound often and repeat the words multiple times after you hear them. And since I've entered this word correctly, it shows up in blue. However, because I did not enter this word correctly at the first screen, the word will come up again later for me to practice until I can get it correct with no prompt from the Latin text. But typing the words while looking at the Latin text is a good way to start learning the words initially. So I'll go on to the next word by keying Enter. Since I know this word, I will enter it here at the first screen without any prompt from the Latin text. So I'll enter the nominative first, which is dies. And here, typing macrons in eyeVocab is easy. All you need to do is type the letter twice, and the program will place the macron above the letter. So here I'll type E twice, and then finish the word. And now I'll type the genitive, diei. These typing conventions in eyeVocab allow you to keep your focus on learning the words without distracting you with extra keystrokes or complicated combinations to get special characters. And now, when I advance to the next screen,
Dies, diei.
Since I have the words correct, they're in blue. Because I've entered this correctly at the first screen, this word will be dropped from the set I'm practicing, and the program will repeat only the words I have not entered correctly from memory yet. Now, I'll explain how to work with Latin verbs in iVocab.
Verso, versare, versavi, versatum.
Each verb is presented in the four principal parts in Latin. These are the first person singular present, the infinitive, the first person singular perfect, and the accusative supine. As you can see, you do not have to type every letter of every verb form when the verb follows the first conjugation pattern. You just need to type the first form, verso, and then I can type comma, comma, and the letter A 3 times. This automatically gives you the remaining 3 forms of the verb, since it follows the first conjugation pattern. Again, all you need to do is type the first form, verso, and then type comma, comma, and A 3 times. This is an extremely useful way to learn verbs in Latin, because knowing the stem, in this case, vers, will make it much easier for you to learn how to conjugate the verb naturally from all the forms when you learn that later. If you have a solid grasp on the verb stems, it will seem like nothing at all to learn additional conjugations. However, even though you do not need to type all the letters, it is still very important that you repeat all the verb forms out loud each time you encounter the verb. So I can play the sound again by pressing the tab key.
Verso, versare, versavi, versatum.
And now I'll go on to the next word. Here, I think I know the verb, but I'm not completely sure, so I'll see how I do on the first screen. Ludo, ludere, luci, lusum. And here, the second form for ludo is ludere, which uses the same stem as the first form. So here, I only have to type comma, comma, and the program will give me the comma space hyphen. So now, I'll advance to the next screen.
Ludo, ludere, luci, lusum.
And since I did make a mistake, my word here is in red. And I can find my mistake and correct myself. Or, if I would like to start over again, I can clear the whole text field by keying Shift-Enter at the same time to re-enter everything from scratch. And since I did make a mistake, I'll key Shift-Enter and enter the whole verb again for better practice. Ludo, ludere, luci, lusum. I'll also hit the tab key again to play the sound and repeat it myself for good practice. And now, when I advance to the next word, the program returns to the words I have not yet entered correctly at the first screen and will repeat just those words until I've gotten them all correct. This window appears when I have entered all the words in my set correctly from memory. iVocab gives you important statistics on your progress. Your time taken, the number of keystrokes you entered, the number of sound prompts you used, and the number of words you missed. These are important ways to track your progress and allow you to see the surprisingly efficient learning curve you will have with new words using iVocab. More information on iVocab can be found on our website at www.ivocab.com.